Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. How are you today? I'm feeling amazing. I couldn't be better. I'm out in nature as usual. My MO is to be out in nature and grounding and being one. And today I'm in a native botanical gardens, and I can feel the energies. It's wonderful. So in today's video, I want to discuss when censorship can actually be a good thing. And a lot of you may be wondering, is this clickbait? It really isn't clickbait, and that's not my intention with this video. However, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, and some of you may not be aware, and that's fine, that there is quite a bit of censorship around us now in many aspects, and I'm not going to go into those because it really doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, I choose not to experience censorship from somebody else. Let's put it that way. But when can censorship be a good thing? You may be wondering why I'm making this video. I kind of thought that myself for a second, but then it clicked and it made a lot of sense to me. Censorship is good for yourself, for your soul. When is censorship good for your soul, you may ask? When you're in a negative vibration. That's when censorship is good for you. You have to censor yourself. You can't censor anybody else, or you can't allow anybody else to censor you, but you can censor yourself, and that's actually really good for your soul. It's good for your mind, it's good for your body. It's a spiritual, mental healing that you actually do need. So let me elaborate a little bit. As we know, censorship is, I'll put the definition of censorship right up here. But it's known to be a bad thing to some people, and some people see it as a good thing, right? Those people are the people that want to control you. That's just the reality. They can be anybody, friends, family, neighbors, your community, religious organizations, government. They enjoy censorship. Why? Doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. That's not important. However, here's where censorship really does benefit us as individual souls having this temporary human experience. Censorship is good when you're trying to shift your mindset, right? So if you're working on yourself, right, to become the best version of yourself that you want to be, that's when censorship is a good thing. You need to censor yourself mentally, right? When you start, if you're having a fantastic day and something comes in and really just messes that day up, that's when you need to censor yourself and say, no, I censor this negative thing. I censor this thing that I don't want to experience right now. I choose to stay here. I choose to stay in the positive. So that you have to censor that aspect that's trying to come in, that experience that's trying to bring you down, right? Not easy. It takes a lot of recognition to do that. It takes a lot of mindfulness, right? You have to be aware in a moment when to use the censorship for yourself. If you're trying to break a habit, for example, if you're trying to stay on a diet or stick to your diet, how do you censor yourself? Don't open that refrigerator door 20 times, right? Censor yourself from that. Don't just listen to what somebody else says is healthy for you, right? Not even your doctors, not even the television, not even the commercials, right? Not even, the WebMD. You have the power within you, right? So instead of saying, oh, well, that diet's going to be great for me because so-and-so is doing it and so-and-so said it was, and, these doctors, they got paid to make these commercials are telling me. No, look it up, do some research, censor them, right? No, okay, I heard you, I'm cool with that, let me do some of my own research. start reading the labels, right? Labels are big. Read the labels and search for every term in that label. See what it is, right? Some of these things we can't even pronounce. It's time that you start, you don't have to pronounce them, but know what they mean, and know that if there's side effects. You don't know that, right? They're not going to tell you those things. Although, the pharmaceutical commercials tell you, at the bottom that it'll cause all these side effects, but they still want you to take it, right? You need to start censoring that. That's where censorship is good for you, right? It's not about anybody else. It's for you, your children, your family, those that you love. And again, if they choose to stay there and not to do their own research and not to censor themselves, there's nothing you can do for them, right? You can hold love and space, but it's about you. It's about doing it for yourself first. Censor your negative thoughts. Censor those negative habits that you wind up going down, right? For example, anytime you have a bad day, you want to go to that tub of ice cream when you're on a diet. Or if you're having a bad day, you want to go to the bar and drink it away. You need to start censoring yourself there, because all those things are low vibrational and they're counterbalancing what you're trying to achieve. Now, I'm not saying don't ever do those things. I wouldn't stop you from doing those anyway. I can't say anything to you about those. If that's what you choose to do, that's fine. That's your experience to have. But you have to know that there are consequences to those things, to going back on your diet and eating the heavy sugar and cream and all the stuff that comes in the ice cream. It's delicious. It's satisfying in the moment, but in the long run, what did that do for you? Did it solve your problem? No, it didn't. Right? Did that glass of wine solve your problem? Or that bottle of Jim Beam? Some people go to that extreme. What did that do for you? It just masked the symptom, right? So instead of masking those symptoms, you need to start challenging yourself to get past them, right? And that takes a lot of awareness, a lot of mindfulness. You have to stop and think, right? Instead of reacting, instead of, when the boyfriend calls you and makes you upset, instead of hanging up the phone and crying yourself in your pillow for hours and hours and hours, think, wait a minute, what is this doing for me? Yeah, let it out, but don't let it ruin your entire day. That's censorship. You're censoring yourself. Is it getting clearer to you that in those moments, your moments, nobody else's moments, censorship is a good thing. You have to censor yourself from doing things to stay on your path, right? If it's something that you really want to happen, you really want to make that change, you need to put in the work. You need to recognize when you're falling back into those old habits, those old patterns, or when somebody's triggering you, right? Triggers are very important. You need to censor those triggers. How do you do that, right? You choose not to engage with that person or that situation or that event that's going to trigger you. It's about, in the moment, making a choice. If I do this, I know that it's going to piss me off. It's going to ruin my day. You have a choice there. You have a choice to not engage in it and not experience being upset all day or being in low negative frequency, and choose to do something that'll keep you in your positive state, that keeps you on your mission, on your specific goal, keeps you on task, right? No matter what it is, the losing the weight, the getting fit goals that you may have, getting that job goal, having a family goal, whatever it is specific to you. You need to find ways to start owning your every decision, right? Make a clear decision. Instead of reacting to something that's happened in a normal way that you have in the past, which has not, done anything for you but except, keep you angry or fearful, you need to shift those things in the moment. And, little things to help you. This censorship word is going to help you, right? Because some of us, when I'm coaching my clients, when a thought that no longer resonates with you comes in, and they will, because your ego's there, your family and friends, people that judge, all of that comes at you, right? 1,000 miles an hour. And in times you're going to catch yourself going back into those habits, and into the anger, into the fear, into the worry, right? You need to recognize those things and say, no, I'm not going to do that. In what I teach my clients is, if it's a thought, right, a negative thought, say cancel, right? You're canceling that. That's not where you want to go, and then shift in that moment. Now let's use this new word, censorship. I censor that. It doesn't belong in my now moment. It doesn't belong to me anymore. I'm grateful for that experience. I let that go. But every time it comes up again, I'm gonna censor it. So does that resonate with you? I really believe, that certain words are powerful, carry meanings for you. That once you start embracing them and using them for your highest good, whether it be cancel or whether it be I censor that, you're going to start shifting your mindset, and you won't have to rely on those words anymore. Because let's face it, words are all made up, right? And who gave these words meaning? I don't know, but you can certainly use them for your own meanings, for your own life, for your own well-being. And that's so important, because you can't go around the rest of your life worrying about somebody else or caring for somebody else, because unless you care for yourself 100%, purely, with unconditional love and no judgment of yourself, you can't move on, you can't heal, you can't get better, you can't let go of those limiting beliefs, you can't let go of the resistance, you can't let go of the fear. Only you can make that choice. I encourage you to start censoring fear. Start censoring doubts. Start censoring the words I can't, I won't, it will never happen for me. Start censoring those things. Right? Put a big censorship label right across, that situation. See it. Visualize it. Have fun with this. Right? Whatever resonates for you, whether you want to feel it, see it, smell it, touch it. But start making that one little shift. It's just a word, but it can be powerful when used in the right context. If you really want to make a change in your life, choosing your words wisely is the first place to start. Because words have hidden meanings, and I'm not going to touch on that in this video, but they really are. Even some words have low vibrations attached to them as well. But that's it's not for you to worry about now. It's just about choosing the right words that are going to help you continue on your path to success, right? Again, however that success resonates for you. So, embrace censorship. Censorship of anything that doesn't, serve you for your highest good. That's the word of the day, folks. Censorship. Have an amazing day. And if you have an interest on trying to get yourself to that place where you can start censoring yourself, right? Because it's not easy and it's constant. I have some tools in my tool belt that I use to help my clients achieve that. So if that's of interest to you, please check out the link to my website. It's down below in the description, and hit me up for a free 30-minute decompression session so we can start figuring out a plan that works for you to keep yourself in that mindfulness and to constantly cancel, right? Cancel, or censor yourself. So if that's of value to you, I'd love to speak with you. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. It's my honor and pleasure to bring it to you every week. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me.